Alrighty guys, this module is all about leaving your comfort zone behind permanently. I'm sure you guys have heard before, all the growth is outside of your comfort zone, but so many people, when they get close to approaching that moment where they get to leave their comfort zone behind, step into the unknown, right, where all of their dreams exist, they get scared. And they get scared because of what they define their comfort zone as, what they define discomfort as. When they're approaching that moment where they get to leave, that's where they get scared. And that's actually the best time to do it. You know you're heading in the right direction. So I'm going to draw this out visually for you guys. I'm a visual learner. I don't know about you. I like drawing diagrams. It really helps me to understand what's going on. So I'm going to draw this out. Hopefully it's going to make a lot of sense. So let's start you off right here. This is us. Okay. This right here is our comfort zone. Okay. Now, I have to commend you guys. The fact that you're even in this program means you took the leap. You didn't have to invest in this program. You could have done anything else with your money, but you chose that moment where you're going to put your money where your mouth is. You said you wanted it bad, and you made the decision to leave your comfort zone. Do something you've never done, or maybe you have done it before, but either way, you made a decision to leave your comfort zone. All right, Will Smith, in one of those movies, I can't remember what it is, but he says, fear is a delusion, and everyone knows that, everything you want is on the other side of fear. He did, I think, an interview with Oprah Winfrey, and he was talking about it. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. And that's what this is. Most people are existing in their comfort zone. They're getting the same results they've always gotten. They're in their comfort zone. They all have a moment where they can transition out of their comfort zone, okay? They can make a decision. This moment right here is a decision. That's all it is. Don't overcomplicate it. And what this decision does, it immediately gives you access to the unknown. This is the land of dreams, okay? Because the things that you want the most, you don't have. The things that you do have, you don't dream about, right? Okay? The things you want the most, they don't exist in your life because you're only capable of generating these results right here because you're in your comfort zone. The things you want are on the other side of fear, on the other side of the unknown. But what stops people from making this transition? There's a barrier, of course. If it was easy, everyone would do it. But let's actually zoom in so you can understand what goes on inside people's comfort zones that keeps them here. Now, by the way, just because you made the decision to join this program, that doesn't mean all the discomfort's over. Absolutely not. We're just getting started, right? No way. You have moments where you're going to be challenged. And this is where it all kind of goes pear-shaped for some people, right? Because in those moments, see, your comfort zone is made up of a resistance layer. This is just the defense mechanism, right? We've been conditioned throughout all of our lives to play it safe. Think about thousands of years ago, our ancestors, hunters and gatherers. If we play it safe and we don't take risks, we survive, family survives, bloodline continues. Okay, we're not in those times anymore, yet this built-in mechanism still exists within us, right? It's just a resistance thing, that's all it is. It's designed to protect us, right? However, oftentimes it's hindering us from the things that can give us what we want most. Because the things that you want do not exist here, otherwise you would have them. Duh, if it was that easy to get all this stuff that you want, you would have it already. It exists here, not here. So by pure logic, you have to leave your comfort zone, you have to escape this. But what does this resistance layer represent? Okay, my Miro board now is not connecting. There it is. What does this represent? In a practical sense, this is what happens. Okay, when people are about to make a decision or they're about to do something, our protection mechanism goes off, and it says, "Oh, this is risky. Might lose money. What? Oh boy. Come on, Miro, let's go for it. Let's go, you can do it. What might go wrong? Oh. And what does it do? It scares you so much. It scares you out of making the decision. It scares you out of taking action. So what happens? You stay. And this is why so many people, if you look around, family members, friends, this is why so many people, they stay in the same position year after year. They have the same 6 months for 40 years straight. Because they get scared. What you want, hopefully if you're coming into this, you've got amazing big dreams and goals. What you want is what the 1% of people in the world get to attain. It's supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be risky. You're supposed to sacrifice for it. That's the beauty about it. There's only one thing worth chasing, and it's a dream. It's not a girl, it's not nothing. One thing worth chasing, and it's a dream. But this protection mechanism scares people off. It keeps people stuck in their comfort zone. There's another area that you will encounter within this program where your comfort zone is keeping you tied down. I'm not talking about strategies, I'm not talking about that, but your comfort zone in terms of one thing, in terms of your identity. There's one other moment where this will become very apparent throughout this program, where your comfort zone will try and keep you who you are, keep you making the same decisions, keep you broke, keep you in that kind of mentality that's kept you stuck for so long. And it's this. There will be times where, as a coach, I have to call you out on your bullshit. I mentioned this a little bit earlier. There will be times where I'm more than happy to answer your questions, guide you in the right direction. But there will come times where I have to be blunt, where I have to be aggressive, right? And in doing so, I will be brutally honest with you. I will call you out. And for most people, they have that split-second knee-jerk reaction where their resistance barrier, their comfort zone, their protection mechanism here in their comfort zone goes crazy. And what does that look like? He's a dick, right? He's a dickhead. I can't believe he said I need to wise up. Can't believe he said I need to make decisions for myself. Can't believe he said that. Oh my God. He's a bad mentor. Bad mentor, right? I'm offended. Right? I'm offended. What's going to happen? You're going to stay right here. It's a split second where you can choose to be offended or you can choose to grow. It's a split second. It's a knee-jerk reaction. You get to decide in advance, before this moment happens, how you're going to choose to interpret it. Are you going to choose to interpret this resistance level as, okay, this is upsetting me, this is bad, or this is risky, I'm going to stay here, or, hey, that's a great sign, I'm moving out of my comfort zone. That's a great sign. I'm being challenged. I'm being pushed. That's a great sign. All right, let me go all in. Let me grow. You can choose to interpret it like that. This is a great sign. Okay, we're here. This is the moment I get to decide. You can choose that. And you will end up here in the land of your dreams, in the land of progress. You can choose that, or you can choose to be offended. You can choose to not take the leap, to not do the strategy, to not do this thing, to not post content on your current social media with friends and family because it's uncomfortable, right? You can choose to do that and you can stay here. If I did that, I wouldn't have met Sarah, wouldn't have had my career now. You hearing me, right? You can choose to play it safe and comfy, but you'll get nowhere, okay? So you have that choice to either interpret this feeling of discomfort as bad, I need to stay away from it, stay here, stay small, stay broke, right? Or amazing, I'm so proud of myself. I'm this close to it, I'm moving out of the comfort zone. Yes. You can choose to view it like that. And if you do, and you make that decision ahead of time, I can guarantee you win. To sum this up, I'm going to tell you a quick story about a client, an old client who became a client of the new program again. And this is way back when I first started the coaching business. It was actually to do with brand growth. Remember, you guys, I had that experience growing influencers accounts by millions. So that's what I was doing for fitness coaches. We're like, cool, I'm going to help you guys grow your accounts. And subsequently monetize. It wasn't the way we do it now, right? This is on steroids. But back then, it was still monetization, right? Now, this guy, I'm not going to mention names. Again, he's part of the new program now, and he's a G. Proper G. He's the man, okay? I'm not going to mention his name out of respect for him. He knows who he is, right? And he joined the original program, and we were going through a review process of the monetization strategy. And we kept going back and forth, and I realized we were still stuck in the same position. And I called him out on it. Back then, he was a different kind of entrepreneur, different kind of person. Everyone grows. I never held it against him. But back then, he got offended. I didn't hear from him for, I think, almost a year. Didn't hear from him. Ghosted, didn't reply to any stuff anymore. I had no idea where he was up to in the business, had no idea what he was doing. Didn't hear from him. And then he hit me up. And honestly, all the respect in the world to him, because he owned up. He's like, honestly, brother, I want to say sorry. I realized I got offended for no reason. My ego was in it. And in doing so, I chose, to be upset at you instead of just taking the advice. I realize that now, in retrospect, a year later, I want to say I'm sorry. And I'm like, dog, I respect the hell out of you for that. It's such a big G move to make. You got to have balls to do that. And he did. He ended up joining the program now anyways. And honestly, I'm so proud of the decision he made. So proud of who he chose to become. Now he's in it, and now when I give him feedback and advice, sometimes I'm not a dickhead all the time, right? Just a little bit. But sometimes when I need to be direct with him, he's like, yeah, got it, 100%, thank you. What a change, what night and day. And I know he did that internal work to grow as a person. He got out of his comfort zone for real. But what a change. Absolutely incredible. Good on him, props, right? And so I'm telling you guys that because there may come those moments, right? You may be a total G client and I never have to call you out. But the chances are rare, right? Because I'm here to do more than grow a business. I'm here to grow you, okay? So make that decision ahead of time, who you're going to be. And I can promise we're going to grow together, okay? So guys, that wraps that up. See you in the next module.